Alright, thanks for joining me. Let's get right into it. Last time as we left off, we were on level 19 of Nebula, about to finish it up. We were so close, but I just couldn't get the C syntax right. So let me show you the source code that I came up with. P.C. So, the issue I had last time was I wasn't getting everything passed in, and I didn't want to type all this mess in there, so I just made an args variable. So, execve basically runs the program, and it passes binsh, run the command, get flag. Pretty simple, right? So, let's we'll give it a moment. 5 seconds. You've wow, I cannot talk today. You have successfully executed get flag on a target account. And that's the end of Nebula. So, with that, we can go ahead and exit out. And we'll clear. So today we're going to be doing Bandit from Overthewire. I think it's .org? Yes. So this is a little bit different. Instead of having a virtual machine running locally, this is actually connecting out to a machine from Overthewire. So there might be other people going through this, and they might cause some issues. Unintentionally, I'm sure. So, full disclosure, I have done Bandit before, but it has been 2 years, and they've added levels since then, so yeah, this is going to be fun. I don't have splits for Bandit, so we're just going to time the whole thing. Level 0 is just learning how to SSH into it. I think I have to -P for SSH. Yes, okay. So, level 0 passed, let's go to level 1. Password for the next file stored in a file called readme. And very simple, readme. There's our password. So I wonder if we can just ooh. I suppose it helps if I actually copy what I have here. Yeah. I am not good with computer. Oh no, it really wants SSH. Okay. We'll exit out. Paste to make sure I got that copied right. Yep. Oh, what have I done? I'm not good with computer at all. So, well, SSH to Bandit 1. Use that password. And there we go. Alright. So level 1 going to level 2. What do we have? Okay, a little bit more tricksy. But not that tricksy. Basically, we just have to tell cat, look in the local directory for this dash file. Because if you just do cat dash It's like, what are you trying to pass to me? I don't know. So, copy the password, exit, and then SSH to Bandit 2. Let's see what this next level has for us. Spaces in this file name. Okay, so we can tab complete. Kind of ruins the surprise here, but all you have to do is escape your spaces. And for those not familiar with the concept of escaping, functionally it's just put a backslash in front of your space. It's a way of telling the operating system that, hey, I'm not trying to do the normal special thing, which would be separating out a parameter like into 2 or 3 parameters with this space. We want this to be part of the actual parameter. So on to Bandit 3. I really like this concept where the flag on each individual level is the next level's password. Ooh, a hidden file. Okay, so there is a parameter we can pass to ls-a. It'll show us all files, including dot files. By default in Linux, dot files are hidden from a regular directory listing. Well, we are trucking right along. Trust me, they do get harder. These first several are really good introductions to how to Linux. Okay, let's see what we got for level 4. Password stored in the only human readable file in the in here directory. Okay. Ooh. Wonder what the file command tells us for these. So you do all of these, just give us data, or oh, there's an ASCII text file. I bet that's our target there. There we go. So what happens if we read one of the others? We get gibberish. And like the description says, if this messes up your terminal and you don't end up with your regular command line there, you can use the reset command. It'll bring you back to your normal terminal. So copy that, exit out, and then we're on to level 5. All right, that's interesting. So we've got in here. Oh. Well, you can just do this by hand, but 20 folders, it could be anywhere. I think find might give us a bit of a help here. So okay, so we want 1033 bytes. Where's, I'm sure size is an option here. Executable, we want non-executable. So I wonder if there's... or if there's a way to negate that, or if there's a not executable one. We could try the dash perm. Let's see, but I'm not sure. We'll look and see. Okay, so it looks like dash perm, and we'll want dash x, maybe? Or no, we'll want... Huh. Okay. Well, let's see what we get for size, or for, wow, find dash size 1033. Dash depth 1033. Fine. Nothing. Oh, maybe I have to use C for it. Oh. Alright, let's Yep, there we go. Okay, so lesson learned. When using find and a dash size, make sure to put C at the end if you're looking for just bytes. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work. Right, let's see what this level is. Somewhere on the server. Okay. Let's get back up here, and we're going to be using find again. Let's see. And I believe there were user. So we want dash user bandit 7 and dash group bandit 6. How do I do that? There we go. Alright, so what we did here, find file size 33 bytes, the user ID that owns it is bandit7, group is bandit6, and what this does is redirects standard error, which is what's giving us all these no such file or directory, permission denied, all that. So standard error gets redirected to /dev/null, which just eliminates it. We don't care about it, it's gunking up the stuff, and when we run it again, we get this simplified output, which we cat, and there's our password, which I can't remember if I copied, so we're going to copy it again just in case. Alright, on to level 7. Password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt next to the word millionth. Okay, so we've got words and then passwords, or potential passwords, I should say. Oh. Yeah, like the commands you may need to solve this level mentions, we're going to use grep. We'll just pipe that to grep, and we're looking for millionth. There we go. Give that a copy. And we're on to level 8. Stored in the file data text is the only line of text that occurs only once. Alright. Ooh, okay. Well, I bet that unique command is going to be important here. We probably have to sort it first to get unique to give us what we need. I might need that find again. We're going to open this in a new tab and hold on to that one. So we want unique man page. Okay, so we can report or omit the repeated lines. We'll probably have to... Yeah, we'll have to sort it. So -D will only could give us the duplicate lines, or -U for unique only print the unique lines. So what happens if we don't sort it? Let's take a look. -U data.text. It gives us everything because it's only looking for adjacent lines. So we have to sort data.text, and we'll pipe that to unique -U. And there's our unique line, which, as the level description tells us, is going to be our password. So what sort does, and in fact, let's take a look at it, is it puts the lines together in ascending order. So 0 to 9, A to Z. And you see we have the repeated stuff. And because it's giving it to us in this order, we can pass it to unique. Unique can check the adjacent lines and tell who's actually unique and who's not. Alright, on to level 9. Okay, data text, one of the few human readable strings beginning with several equal characters. Okay. So let's take a look at what data.text has for us. It's going to be gobbledygook. Okay, we're back to our regular prompt. That was a little much. So we do have a command that we can use for getting the ASCII strings out of a bunch of binary data. So we'll run strings on data text. Okay. Well, that's a lot of gunk still. But like it says, our line starts with equals. But what if we didn't find it just by randomly scrolling up? Let's pass it to grep and see what grep gives us. There we go. Now, I'm not sure why we have this character here. I wonder if it might be telling us that we need to prepend A onto that password? Possibly. We'll keep it in mind and try it. Alright, I am pasting this without adding the A in front. We didn't need the A. Okay. Oh boy! Okay, so we have a base 64 encoded string. How do we know it's base 64? It doesn't include any of the normal symbols that you see over your number row, except for the equal sign. I believe a slash is also valid in base 64, but don't quote me on that. Why is it called base 64? Because you have your full uppercase and lowercase character sets, so that's 26 each. So 26 and 26, 52. And then your characters 0 through 9, so 62. And then you have the slash and the equals, which makes it 64. Now, the equals at the end are considered padding. And actually, I don't know if that's actually what base 64 is. I know the character set and symbols are correct, but there's probably some deeper thing for base 64, like on how the actual bytes are encoded, and that's why it's base 64, not based off of the character set at all. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna look it up right now, though. So, we've got this base 64 data, and apparently there's a base 64 command. That we need to look at the man page for. When in doubt, search for the man page. Alright, so we want base 64-D, and then we'll give it this. Okay, it's interpreting that as a file. Okay, it wants to read standard input. So we would echo that pipe base 64-D. And there we have our password. So again, base 64, if you're really curious about why it's called base 64, feel free to look it up. I'm probably completely wrong in everything I say. So let's see what we've got. Ooh, okay, so we're doing a rote 13 here. So it's just a bunch of garbage. No, it's actually words. Each of these letters has been rotated 13 positions in the alphabet. So if you take your G, you add 13 to that, it would bring it to a T. So, do we have Python available? Oh, we do have Python available. Okay. We're going to copy this string here. A equals that string. For car in A. We want to print out actually I kind of want to back out of that. So we've got A, just still our string. I could probably have done this within the for loop, but I don't want to do that. Now we got B as an empty string. For character in A, B. So we're going to take the character of ordinal of car plus 13. So what's B now? Kinda close on a couple of these. So what happened is that there are let me grab an ASCII chart here. Basically, we were supposed to rotate back around, but that's not what happened. Come on, give me the ASCII chart here. Can I have... It'd be nice if that were a little bit bigger, but... maybe? Like that? Yes. Okay. So, let's see, we had... Like, we know this is, the password is, and then blah. So we got the capital T, but then we didn't get an H. Why didn't we get an H? Because we were just adding the lowercase u. And we're looking for a character of a lowercase u. We add 13 to that, and that gives us 130, which is down here, this weird thing. And the hex code for it is 82. So we gotta find a way. We'll see if we can find a online Route 13. There we go. Whole lot easier than we were trying to make it. So for how you could have done that in Linux itself, you could have compared the characters against the ASCII table, and if it goes beyond the end of the ASCII table, wrap around to the beginning. That's more than what I wanted to mess with on stream, so we just use an online tool. Oh, it didn't like that. Did it not do the proper... Oh, it may not have done... We may still have to go through that, because our digits didn't rotate, and I'm sure they're part of this. Which does make it a little difficult. Nope, there we go. I fail at copy and pasting. So, level 12. Data.txt hex dumpable file has been repeatedly compressed. Okay. So. Okay. So it looks like the original was data2.bin. But this is just a hex dump. We're going to have to convert this back to the original file. Let's see, which of these might help us. XXD, maybe? I don't know what XXD does. Okay, that might be how it created the dump. Reverse operation. So we can maybe -r, in file is data.txt, out file data.bin, which we saw in that dump. Okay, so we can try gzip. gzip-d data.bin. Unknown suffix. Okay. Had the wrong file name there. Boy, I am not awake today. Let's see what the gzip unknown suffix means. Doesn't like that, okay. Nope. Oh. Okay, so we're on to the next one. bzip2. Oh, data2. Okay. Bunzip. Okay, so now we've got data4.bin, which is a I am just really not awake. I'm gonna crack open this nice Zero Ultra Monster Energy drink. See if we get that satisfying uncapping sound here. Ah, there we go. Alright. I'll mute my microphone while I take a sip here. Alright. Data5.bin. What kind of file are you? Another tar! Man. I don't know why I keep doing that. I know Linux better than this. Sorry, guys. Tar xf data5 bin tar. I got data6.bin, which is a bzip2. Another tar. I wonder if I can do this just without. Yes, I can. Then we have a data8. What kind of file are you? Gzip compressed. Oh, hello. Hey, Magic Mouse. Thanks for that follow, buddy. Appreciate it. Feel free to chat in the little chat box over there. Say hi. So we're gonna move this. Man, I am just not on my game today. I don't know what it is. So that should give us data9.bin. And what is data9.bin? ASCII text, finally. Alright. I'm seriously, I don't know. I have no excuse for why I am just failing at command line today. Alright, that's got our password. And we are moving on to level 13. So passwords in at C, Bandit pass, Bandit 14. Okay. Alright, let's make this a little bit bigger, just so we can highlight the whole thing. So what we're going to have to do is take this private key, we're going to copy it, we will YOLO log out of Bandit 13, because if we screw this up, we'll have to start over. And we'll just call this Bandit 14.key. Write it out. So we will give the SSH command to this -I, which is going to be an identity file. Bandit 14.key for Bandit 14 at what's the rest of it? Bandit.labs.overthewire.org. P22 I can't remember. 2220. Okay, I don't have good permissions on the file. I forgot that. So what it's telling us here is we need permissions 0644. So what do we have now? Oh, it doesn't want 0644. That's what we have right now. I believe it wants 600. So let's give that another shot. And we're in. So keep in mind, if you're going to be connecting using an SSH key, you have to have the right permissions set on the file so that only your user has access to it. If group and others have any rights on the file, SSH is gonna just say, no, we're not gonna do that. So what do we have? Password to next level retrieved by submitting the password to the current level. Port 30,000 on localhost. Okay. So on the previous thing, it told us our password is in etc bandit pass bandit 14. Cat bandit pass bandit 14. There is our password for bandit 14. And let's go ahead and consider this a checkpoint so that we don't run into any more YOLO conditions here. So I'll take that and just move it over down here. This is our checkpoint in case we lose the password and can't get connected for some reason. We can continue from this level and pick back up. So we're going to take this password, we're going to netcat localhost port 30,000, and we're going in blind. We're just going to paste that password, and it gives us back the password to the next level. So what netcat does is just open up a raw connection onto a specific port on a host. In this example, we were using localhost and port 30,000. Netcat is a very useful tool. Learn it, love it, it's your friend. So we'll need to back up to one that's not using that SSH key. Okay, level 15. How many are there? 27. Well, 26 to 27. Password at the current level, port 30. Using SSL encryption. Okay. So now we're getting a little more. Oof. Okay. I have the feeling that the OpenSSL cookbook is going to be helpful, because testing with OpenSSL implies that it's going to have command line information on how to use OpenSSL to connect to a service running on a specific port. Yeah, here we go. OpenSSL comes with a client tool you can use to connect to a secure server. Okay. Okay, so back over here, we got that hopeful note getting heart beating and read R block. Use ignore EOF and read the connected commands section of the man page. So we'll control C that. We'll do it again. Dash IGN EOF. We'll submit it again. All right, now we've got our password. So this is useful if you're trying to test out, say, an SSL protected API. Like, I believe that's even the example it gives here. So you're, well, connecting to a website using SSL. So, good stuff. I can't remember if I copied the password already. Never hurts to do it a second time. And on to level 16. Well, we are making good time through this. I feel smart. Now, this has been a very basic Linux command thing up until the last few recent ones. Submitting password current level to a port on localhost range 31,000 to 32,000. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and keep that locally here, and we'll consider it another checkpoint. Well, here is a fun little command. Do we actually have nmap available locally? Oh, we do. Okay. So, nmap, we're going to do, I believe it's -p to specify the port. At -p and our port ranges. So we want 31,000 to 32,000. We might have to use colon notation, but I don't know. I don't believe we do, but it's been a bit. Okay, so we've got 5 candidates here. find out which of those speak SSL and which don't. Well, okay, that's not the one because it's just giving us back what we send it. Try the next one. We want one that throws a hissy fit at us. Oh, that might be what we're looking for. 31518 just didn't give anything back to us. It closed the connection. Why am I typing that again? I don't know. 1691. That just gives it back to us. 790. That one is another candidate because it doesn't give us anything. 960 just spits it back to us. Okay. So we're gonna do that OpenSSL S client. In fact, we're gonna just up arrow until we get to it. Oh, it's not on this. Great. So S client dash connect. Let's try 31518 first. In EOF. And we'll paste it our current password. It just reflects it back to us, so that's not it. So we want that other one. The 31790. Connected. Okay, we get another RSA private key, so that's probably another SSH key. Yeah, because it doesn't say the password for the next level, it says the credentials. So once again, we're gonna copy this. Exit. We'll call this bandit17.key. Paste. Doing the chmod so that it sets the permissions on our file, and we can verify that root. Because Kali has you running as root, which is really not a good idea for most operating systems, but for Kali it's okay, because it's not a day-to-day usage OS. If you're using Kali for your day-to-day work, you're doing it wrong. So, we will bandit 17 key. Is it lab or labs? Scroll way up here and see. Labs. All right, level 17. Well, that's an interesting message here. If you have solved this level and see bye-bye when trying to log into Bandit 18, this is related to next level Bandit 19. Oh, I think I know what's going to go on here. So passwords.old and passwords.new. There's a bunch of stuff here. We can, as it suggests, we'll be using the diff command to find out what's different between these two. Let's take a look at the diff man page. Compare files line by line. And if we only want to know when they differ, we can use -q or --brief. So thanks, diff. Appreciate it. Okay, so I misinterpreted that. That's only going to tell you exactly where, or it will only tell you that it differs, not where it differs. Okay. I believe this is the old and this is the new. So we're gonna be, you know what? I'm just gonna be super paranoid. We're gonna copy, paste, post these into our scratch pad here. And we will connect into Bandit 18. Yeah. I don't even know anymore. I'm not awake. Yep, here we go. Well, now. Yep, just as it told us, we get bye-bye, it's related to the next level. So, my bash RC for level 18 immediately logs me out. So there's an option for SSH that I think we can have it either ignore the bash RC or execute a command for us. Page. Okay, we're just looking through, trying to find something that will let us either ignore that bash RC or execute a specific command. Well. Okay. Alright, looks like we just passed it on to the very end here. So. Okay, so what we did was we gave it the SSH command just like we normally would, but at the end we gave it the command to execute cat readme. So even though it's immediately logging us out whenever we connect, it executed the readme and gave us that password before it could disconnect us. So copy that, and then we're on to level 19. I don't want that anymore. Okay, to gain access to the next level, you should use the set UID binary in the home directory. Execute it without arguments to find out how to use it. Password can be found in the usual place at Bandit Pass. Alright. So, let's look at the permissions here. And instead of the normal RWX, we have an RWS. So, and the group is allowed to execute. So Bandit 19 is our user's group. It's allowed to execute this binary, which is going to execute as Bandit 20. So run a command as another user. Okay, so we're going to cat etc bandit pass bandit 20. And because the set UID runs as the Bandit 20 user, we have access to the password. Set UID binaries are very, very useful. You want to be extremely careful and consider the security implications around it, because if it reads in an arbitrary file or executes an arbitrary command, it's done as that user. So anything that user normally has access to, you know, the home folders, any special files, like in this case, the etc bandit pass files, where only it would have access to its own password. The set UID binary has access to it. So if you're going to run something like this in production, be extremely careful with how you go about it. Alright, Bandit 20. We're going to go ahead and do this as another checkpoint. Just because I don't want to be redoing a whole bunch of stuff if I mess up. So, Bandit 20, there's set UID binary and home directory, makes connection to localhost and the port you specify as command line argument. Reads a line of text from the connection and compares it to the password in the previous level. If the password is correct, it will transmit the password for the next level. The commands you may need to solve this level has a lot of interesting stuff here. So, screen and tmux are used for having different how do I phrase this? Basically different terminal windows that you can switch between. Okay, let's see how we're gonna... Okay, I know how we can do this. Yeah, let's look at the man page for tmux. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. All right. Okay, so we do Control B, and then we can give it another command. Like if we want to break this into two windows, like that. Yay! Now we're gonna have to figure out how to get out of this, so we'll get there. Anyway, so how do I switch between the windows? Is it... That swaps me between top and bottom. I mean, it rotates it. It's fine. Okay, so I can Control B and then semicolon, and it flips me between these two. If we had more than two, that might be a little tricky, but I'm not at that point. We're gonna worry about that. So we've got that SU connect, and it's going to switch or connect to something on a local port. So we're going to have a local netcat service running on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just going to sit there and listen. We're going to switch over to the other window. All right, do this. 5. Now, it's wanting the password, which I believe... Okay, so it received... Let me step back and we'll go through this whole thing. What this does, creates a listening service on this specific port. So it just sat there and waits for something to connect. We ran this binary and told it to connect on the local port 12345, which is what we have our service listening on. It connects, doesn't do anything because we haven't told it to be loud and verbose or anything. Over in our service, we can paste in stuff and it will send it to the other side. So where we had this set UID binary, it read that current password, just like our instructions said it was going to read the text from the connection and compare it to the Bandit 20 password. Over here we can see it read that password matches, sending next password, and here we have Bandit 21's password. So we're going to copy it, throw it down here, just because these are getting a little more complicated. And we'll just go ahead and exit out. Okay. So we'll connect into Bandit 21. Program is running automatically at regular intervals from cron. Look in etc cron D for the configuration and see what command is being executed. Okay, so here's what this means. At reboot, Bandit 22, so that's the user ID that it runs as, user bin cron job bandit22.sh, and redirect all the outputs to /dev/null. Okay, and then the cron doesn't have any auto repeats. So let's see if we can see what that is. Well, that's nice and convenient of it. So it sets the this specific file to chmod 644. That gives everybody read access and the owner write access, and it cats its password out to it. I don't think the file is there though. Okay, but our group has access to run it. Changing permissions not permitted. And then permission denied. Okay. Okay. That tells us to try using man 5 cron tab. Let's see what that has for us. Okay, so that man page is basically just explaining the format of the cron tab file. Okay. All right. So that file does not exist. Oh. Not an O. It's an O. But that may not exist either. Go ahead and paste that here. Nope, already had it. Okay. Oh, there it is. All right. I don't want to go through that again. So, what happened there was I was expecting autocomplete to be my friend, when autocomplete was not my friend for stuff in that temp folder, because they removed our access to look at a directory listing. Which is, I mean, it's to be expected because this is a shared system everybody was supposed to create their own little folder for doing stuff. So there's probably hundreds or even thousands of folders here. Okay, so that's our password for Bandit 22. Let's log out and connect in as 22 and see what we got. Program is being run automatically at various intervals from cron. Okay. Bandit 23 does the exact same thing. Okay. So it looks like we're doing Who Am I, which should be giving it Bandit 23, because that's the user it's executing as. We're going to echo I am user Bandit 23 to MD5 sum cut. So let's okay. There we go. So what this does is it takes this string, I am user bandit 23, which we got out of the script, passes that to MD5 sum, and then we cut it to get the first field, which gave us this mess here. And we can see from the thing is copying password file for whatever my name was, which is in this case bandit23, to temp my target, which is this output here. So we just cat what that string is, and then it gives us that happy little password. So let's give that a copy, and then we'll log in as bandit23. Alright, level 23. Program is running automatically. More cron tab fun. Okay. Okay, so we have a variable named myName, which gets the output of who am I. We know this job runs as bandit24, so we can put that in there. cd var spool bandit24. Executing and deleting all scripts and var spool bandit24. So it's going to execute the script as the Bandit 24 user. Oh yeah, there's even notes in the level for it. This level requires you to create your own first shell script. It's a big step and you should be proud of yourself when you beat this level. Keep in mind your shell script is removed once executed, so you may want to keep a copy around. Okay. I should have set permissions on the temp folder I made before. I apologize to the Overthewire admins. I'm going to have to create a second thing in /temp. We'll call it -bandit 23. Typically, you do not want to chmod to 666. That's giving everyone read-write access. But well, that's a thing. Okay. We should still be able to write files to it, though. This probably won't work. Let's see, Bandit pass. Oh wait, we want to... yeah. Error writing permission denied. Okay. Well, poop. I mean, I don't want to poop up the local folder here. So we'll do this. Just move this up, and then we will we'll just copy this locally. Let's see. Well, we have to put the file somewhere. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where we can write this output. If we're quick, I bet we can... Let's try that. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, because it ate our script. Okay. Let's try bandit24.txt. No such file, no such file. Okay, that didn't work. Try that. Maybe it won't eat it this time. Okay, so still run it. Hasn't run yet, hasn't run yet. Hasn't run yet, hasn't run yet. Has run. Nothing. Okay. We need a place where we can write this. That's 23. No, it's 23. Let's try this again. Well, maybe it actually ran. See, I don't understand why that... I don't understand. Alright, we're gonna try something. I don't like doing it this way, but... No, I can't right here. Okay. I don't know. Well, let's try that. Nope. 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 Keep forgetting what editor I'm in. Okay, so var spool 24. Okay, let's wait until this runs. Alright, it's run. No dice. What? Okay, I can't do anything there. But I can here. Okay. Alright, waiting on it to run. So what I did was create this second temp directory and actually touch the file on the disk. So there's an empty file named bandit24.txt. And then I gave everyone permissions to write to it. So now It's still empty. Okay, maybe having the redirected output doesn't work for the cron tab. No, wait, everyone should still be able to read it. Okay, now I've completely screwed my permissions for this. So, as I apologize, I have to step away for a moment. I will be right back in just a couple moments. Alright, sorry about that. I am back now. Thank you for your patience. So, screwed up this one, so we're gonna have to make another one. I wonder if I make it from here. No, I wouldn't have access to read it. Oh, no, I want the text editor, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna make a directory. Directory. Mod plus W. Okay, we haven't monkeyed up our permissions, but I think I've been able to give everyone right permission here, so... Okay. Okay, why isn't this working? Okay, so copying flat out isn't going to work. This should, though. In touch, Bandit, 24 to text. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. O SW? That's what we need. Okay. Alright, let's try this one more time. Oh, we got it! Woohoo! We are totally creating a checkpoint for that because I'm not doing that again. Guys, we are really close. We might go ahead and extend the stream and just finish this off, depending on how hard these last couple levels are. Okay, so we're gonna need to do a shell script here. So is it now? Okay, we might be blocked at this point because it says that Damon is listening on port 30,002. But there's nothing listening on. Ooh, maybe it's UDP. Okay, so it wants the password for Bandit 24 and a secret pin code on a single line separated by a space. Okay. So we're gonna have to brute force this one. And it won't let us break out. Okay. Oof. Okay. Alright, we're suddenly in limbo. We're gonna have to close terminal and open up another one, I suppose. Zoom this in a little bit. Okay. Okay. So, let's see if we can do a 4. Let's try this again. Oh, but it has to do all 4 digits. Let's try that. It didn't echo any of it. For in, okay, so I'm not especially smart today. There. I think it was smart enough and did the zeros, didn't it? Yes, it did. Did do leading zeros. Okay. So... Telnet. Host. Okay, I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, I have angered the thing. Oh, I've done this again. Alright. Okay, so instead of doing individual commands, we're going to do this. Since we've got access here, we will this way we will append it to, we'll just call it telnet to text. Alright, we're going to hijack Bandit 24. .text. And we'll just take out that leading line. Okay. So we're going to cat to telnet. Did not like that at all. Okay. Okay, we're gonna make another directory here. Okay. Move it, and then we're gonna touch it again. Then in our for loop, text. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so this is gonna take a while. Oof, I hate cutting off with only 3 more levels of this to go, because this is a whole lot easier than Nebula was. But since we're brute forcing, this is gonna take a while. I don't want to hold everybody up. I'll go ahead and cut off the stream, and we'll get this uploaded to YouTube pretty soon. Once this thing finishes, I'll get the output and we will go ahead and cover the solution. I mean, this is the solution. This is going to eventually give us the password. So for next week, we'll finish up the last couple levels on Bandit and pick up something else. I believe Overthewire has a lot of different exercises we can go through, so we'll probably play with the next one there, or we might go back to exploit exercises or pick up something new entirely. Who knows? It's going to be an interesting week. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all hanging out. We will be back next week, Sunday, 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching.